telling me about. They were waiting.
John, your face.
Yes, it's not very pretty, but then it never was.
Oh.
It's a nice place we've got here.
Sure. Humble, but it's home. Problem, what are we going to do?
We're going to get this place cleaned up and open this club tonight. Once all that stuff about we never closed.
Oh.
They played rough.
How do you figure to get all this organized by tonight?
I don't know. And what I do know is that Johnny Solo is not going to close on account of any bunch of hoods.
Mr. Solo, my boyfriend's got a kind of catering firm, you know, weddings, garden parties and that. Well, I'm sure he'd let you have a few chairs and tables. I'll phone him if you like.
Do that, Terry. Do it now.
And I'll tell you what I'll do, Mr. Solo. You put me in charge of this bunch of goons, and I'll have this place spick and span in next to no time.
It's all yours.
Now then, lads, and you girls, I want volunteers. Volunteers for sweeping, cleaning, and picking up bits of broken glass. Now, you three, sweep. You two, clean. All right, you girls, get together, pick up the broken glass. Now, come on, what are we waiting for? Let's get moving. We've got a lot to do and little time to do it in.
Who the heck's he?
The photographer. He's the one who was taking pictures with your French newspaper man the other night.
Thought I'd seen him somewhere before. And 12 o'clock.
Yes?
Thank you.
Thank me. What for?
Not saying I told you so. Yes? Now, you listen to me, chum, for one little second. If you...
Listen, Solo, this kind of talk can only end one way.
And one last thing. If ever I get my hands on you...
Well, what did he say? He told us all to go to hell and lots of other things besides. You stupid crumb, can't you get anything straight? But, Mr. Dielli, I've done what you said, didn't I? Look, this is your last chance, Solo. Leave the money in a plain envelope. I know what it says. Now get out of here, you crumb. Anyway, I read it, didn't I? What else could I do? I told you I wasn't cut out for that kind of thing. Leave a message and all that gear. I told you I was no good. Get out of here.
I found that creep lining up on the embankment for a free bowl of soup. Now he tells me he's not cut out for this sort of thing. He's no good. Well, we're a great success, aren't we? We planted an axe on his desk, we beat him to a pulp, and we wrecked the joint. And what do we get in return? I'll tell you what we get. We get 500 happy snaps at Miss Midnight, an invitation to go to hell. That's what we get. Maybe we didn't hurt him enough. You think so? You know, you can twist a man's arm till he cries uncle. If he doesn't cry uncle, you break it off. No dice. Do you know what he's doing right now? He's got half the nudes in London, scrubbing the place out like a parcel of charwomen. You got to hand it to that boy. He doesn't crack easy. And I'll tell you another thing, Mr. Dielli, and this you're not going to like. Maybe he starts thinking. How come it's always my head that gets busted open, my joint that gets given a workover? How come Diamonds Dielli never gets beaten up like me? You can push it too far.
Well, 7 new memberships in the mail today. What is it, honey?
I've been hearing voices.
You and Joan of Arc. What is this?
I hung up just a moment too soon. If I could put a name to that voice or a face, suddenly I'm full of ideas. Is Muscles out there?
What do you want with him?
It's all right, then. I'll be careful crossing the road. Muscles!
Hello, Mr. Seller.
What was was that you said?
Said? Me? I said nothing. Well, that's what she said then.
You said just enough.
Get him.
Oh.
Read any good telegrams lately? You shouldn't play with things like this. You might get hurt. If I can do without it, so can you.
That's her.
Heiress vanishes. Teresa von Rose.
Golly, somebody's in for 7 years bad luck. Starting when?
Something new from the steaming jungles of Africa. Johnny Solo presents the exotic, exciting jungle.
Told me you'd gone.
Tomorrow. This isn't the nature of au revoir.
Aren't you going to be saying goodbye to Lillian? I never expected you to get behind the deep freeze, but you seem to be warming it up a bit.
You better say goodbye for me. By the time my next story gets out, I don't think she'll be leaning over backwards to kiss me. Hello or goodbye?
As far as I'm concerned, you're always welcome.
Apples wants Pennytail and a couple of the others to join him and his friends after the show.
I'd sooner be in a tank with an octopus than with him.
No, Apples isn't all that bad.
Ponytail, she's a kid. And so dumb she can't even find her head with both hands.
Well, she wasn't engaged for a head.
You know how old she is? She's underage. You want me to write out the numbers for you?
The only numbers I'm interested in are 41, 18, 35 and a half.
Will you never learn?
Darling, you're breaking my heart. Pennyton. There's an associate of mine, Mr. Arpels, out in front. He and a couple of business friends would like you to join them for supper after the show.
All right,
Mr. Solo, this child shouldn't be
Oh, now,
allowed...
Lillian, don't you start. I'm tired of being looked at as a white slaver just because Ponytail's going out to supper with Arpels. Maureen and Jackie will be there, too. Besides, you might be a great help to her in her career.
But she
I
doesn't
wish
know
you'd
what...
all leave me alone. This could be my big chance.
Exactly. And, Lillian, I wouldn't be in too much of a hurry to call in the Salvation Army. I'm taking a bit of a chance on you, too. No passport, no working permit. You ought to be more grateful, chick.
I wish you wouldn't interfere. Mr. Apples has film connections. He has a lot of important people behind him.